All right. Good morning. Happy spring. Let's start sitting. If you want, you can elevate your hips on a cushion, sitting up nice and tall, crown of the head lifted, shoulders sliding down and back. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. And take a moment to check in with the state of your body. You may want to shift your hips from side to side or rock your head from side to side, noticing places that feel stiff or crunchy, especially if you just woke up. Just checking in, places you could use a little bit more attention, maybe the hips, lower back, rib cage, neck and shoulders. And we'll start moving through the spine. Inhaling, the arms come up, looking up at the thumbs. Exhale, I'm going to try to mirror you, reaching up and over to the right side. Side stretch here, grounded through the left hip. Inhale through the center, exhale to the other side. One more time each side. Inhaling through the center, exhale to the right. You can let your neck fall over as well, lengthening the side of the neck. Inhale through the center, exhaling to the left. Noticing the difference between sides. There's always a difference. Inhale to the center. This time we're going to take a little circle. So we're going to sweep the arm up and over to the right and then circle across the front and come through the center. Sweeping to the left and a little circle. Get the hips moving and up through the center. You don't have to feel graceful. Just want to feel the movement through the whole spine and hips. Alternating sides. One more each side. Nice. So we're going to come to stand at the top of the mat. So however you want to get yourself into a standing position, starting with a little shake through the hands, releasing tension that might be stored in the hands and arms. Loosen up the fingers, bring it into the arms a little bit. Moving through the feet. So a little wake up. Inhaling, reaching up, looking at the thumbs. Exhale, go ahead and bend the knees as you come into your forward bend. Take a few breaths here. Feel free to rest your hands on your shins, keeping the knee bent. Slow, even breaths in and out through the nose. Inhale, lengthening the crown of the head away from the tail. Ardha Uttasana, half forward bend. And on your next exhale, laying the belly on your thighs, a little bit deeper into the forward bend. Two more breaths here. One more time, inhale, lengthen crown of the head away from the tail, long flat back. Exhale, bend the elbows, sink a little bit deeper into the forward bend. You can try bending and straightening, alternating legs. Just for checking in, see where your hamstrings are at today. Let the knees be soft. Inhale all the way up. Exhale the hands in front of the heart. Moving through the shoulders a little bit, touching the shoulders with the fingertips. As we exhale, we're going to bring them together in front of the body. They may touch, they may not. And then inhaling, we're going to open them as if we were trying to touch our elbows together behind our body. So exhaling, trying to touch the elbows together. Inhaling, opening the chest, elbows go back. On your own breath. And again, sometimes the elbows touch each other in the front and sometimes they do not. They definitely are not going to touch in the back unless something is wrong. 3 more breaths like this. Really trying to move through the range of the shoulders and also get a little stretch in the chest and the upper back. I believe this is the last one. Release the arms, grounding through the soles of the feet, feeling kind of triangle of pressure between the balls of the feet, the outside edge, and the heels, lengthening the crown of the head away from the tail, opening the palms to the front, Tadasana, the mountain. Breathing here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tail. Exhale, we're going to plant the hands, come to the top of push-up. 3 breaths in the high plank. Always feel free to drop the knees here if you need to. Definitely when lowering down. So on the next exhale, lowering ourselves all the way to the belly. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tail, and then pressing up into Bhujangasana, the cobra. Relax your shoulders, lengthen the neck. I'm going to breathe here for 3 breaths. Inhale. As you exhale, shift the hips back, tuck the toes under, and we press up, downward facing dog. You may want to rearrange the position of the feet, relax the neck, let the knees be bent and the heels lifted, and focus on the length through the spine. Shifting forward, dropping the knees gently to the floor, coming into a tabletop position. Relax the tops of the feet down. And we cat-cow through the spine on your own breath. So inhaling, tailbone and top of the head go up to the ceiling. Exhale, rounding through the spine, dropping the top of the head and the tail towards the floor. Breath-led movement. So the movement takes the entire duration of your inhale or exhale. Noticing stuff all the time where you might feel clunky or stiff or where the movement is easy, just noticing. 2 more breaths like this. Inhaling, coming into a neutral spine, exhaling, rounding the back, the cat pose. And this time we're going to breathe here, staying in cat, pressing the hands a little bit away and the knees a little bit away. So kind of pushing forward with the hands, back with the knees, and really pressing the middle of the spine up towards the ceiling. And from here you can shift your weight a little bit forward and back, noticing it brings the stretch a little bit more into the back of the neck when you come forward, a little bit more into the lower back when you shift back. Coming into a neutral spine, tucking the toes under, and the hips come up and back, downward dog. And on the next inhale, can you pull the right knee close to the body and shift your weight forward, and then step the right foot somewhat between your hands. Then rotate the back foot, whole sole of the foot on the floor, coming up into warrior one. Excuse me. Relaxing the shoulders down and back, even while you're stretching through the elbows. Circle the pinkies back. Slide the shoulder blades down and back and let the arms come to the sides. Really lengthening through the neck. Breathe. Can you sink a little bit more into the right knee? Inhale, framing the ears, opening the chest, and exhale, rotating into warrior two. Usually we need to externally rotate this right thigh a little bit more, pull it towards the pinky toe. You can feel that in the outside of the hip. Still breathing. Inhale, stretch this front leg and rotate the toes so they're parallel with the other foot. Both sets of toes towards the side edge. Hands can come onto the waist. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, go ahead and bend your knees as you shift your hips back, laying the belly on the thighs or imagining your belly coming between your knees. From there, you can bring your hands to your shins, your feet, or the floor. Keeping the spine long, the belly is between the thighs. And from there, if you feel like you have room to stretch your knees, straightening the backs of the legs, go for it. But you don't have to feel pressure to do that. You're already lengthening the hamstrings, even though the knees are bent. Lengthening through the crown of the head, long, flat spine. Exhale, the hands come to the waist. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Turning that right foot back towards the front of the mat once more. And reaching the arms out. We're coming into triangle pose, tipping at the waist. And if you have blocks or something, you can use them. If you don't, I recommend resting the bottom hand on your shin, reaching the left fingers up towards the ceiling. A common tendency in triangle is for this top hand to kind of fly backwards. So if you rotate your neck and look up, you should be able to see your thumb directly in your line of vision. Yeah. Yeah. It's difficult when we can't see what's going on to know exactly where our limbs are. Yeah. Exactly. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to come into a low lunge. So we're rotating towards the right leg, and the knee, tuck the left toes under. Runner stretch. You can shift the torso to the inside of the right knee so that the knee comes up towards your armpit here. Always take an option to come to the fists if there's any discomfort in your wrists. Dropping the left knee to the floor, relax the top of the foot, and walking the hands up onto the right knee. Relax the shoulders down and back. We can reach our left hand up towards the ceiling. Start to let the pelvis fall forward. Inhale here. Exhale, shift the hips back. Flex the right foot. Back of the leg is straight. Folding forward. If your hamstrings are feeling quite loose, you may be getting your fingers to the floor. But if not, you can rest your hands on your leg. And connecting this with the breath. So I'm going to inhale, coming forward, reaching the arms up. Exhale, shifting the hips back, folding forward. One breath, one movement. Inhale through the lunge, open chest. And exhale, the hips back. Little balance challenge maybe. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhaling forward. Exhale, releasing the hands to the floor. Tuck the left toes under, lift the knee up. And we're going to plant our hands and step back into downward facing dog. Bending one knee and then the other. Treading through the feet. Feel free to let your hips sway from side to side. And we move into the other side, pulling the left knee close to the body, shifting everything forward over your shoulders, shoulders over the wrists, and then step the left foot forward. Rotate the back foot so the whole sole of the foot's on the floor, and we come up, Virabhadrasana, warrior. Slide the shoulder blades down and back, even though you're stretching through the elbows. Breathe. Leading with the pinkies, circling the hands around. Relax the shoulders down and back. Head is lifted. Hands can frame the body. You may be able to sink a little bit deeper into the left knee. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, warrior two. Straightening this front leg, we're going to rotate the toes to face the same direction. So both sets of toes parallel to each other, hands on the waist. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, feel free to bend the knees and bring your belly in between the thighs here. Hands can rest on your shins, ankles, or the floor. No rush to straighten the legs, but instead really think about lengthening the spine and the belly pressing in between the thighs. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, long, flat back. Exhale the hands to the waist. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn the left foot towards the front of the mat. Stretch through the arms and we reach through the left fingertips, tip into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Again, resting your left hand on your thigh, on your shin. It does not have to reach the floor. What you want to happen is length to lengthen through the outside of the right hip and rib cage. Check your right thumb. It's not flying backwards. Breathe. Circling the right arm around, rotating towards the left foot, we come into a lunge. Tuck the right toes under. You can shift your torso to the inside of the left knee to make space. We drop the right knee on top of the foot to the mat, walking our hands up onto the left thigh, and we can reach the right arm up to lengthen the hip flexor on the right side. Breathing here. Always feel free to cushion your knee if you're feeling sensitive on the kneecap. Folding your mat or putting a towel or cushion there. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, the hips come back, straighten the front leg. Hamstring stretch. Smooth, even breaths in and out through the nose. Connecting the stretch with the breath. Inhaling forward, the arms come up. Exhale, hips back, body forward. Inhale, scoop to the front. Exhale, the hips come back, body comes forward. Definitely balance and mobility can be a thing. That's why it's so good, right? Wobble, wobble. 2 more breaths. Last one. Shifting forward. And then we'll circle our arms around, framing this foot. Tuck the toes under. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Treading through the feet or shifting the hips from side to side. 3 breaths here. Floating the knees down towards the mat and coming to sit on your heels. Nice. You have some options. You can sit in Thunderbolt. My toes are touching, my knees are touching. For some of us, we can feel the stretch in the front of the thighs and the tops of the feet just from this position, and that's fine. You can also open the feet out to the sides, bringing your hips in between the heels. This increases the amount of gravity acting on the tops of the feet. If you're flat on the floor, you might want to lean back onto your hands, or even all the way to the elbows. As long as you feel like you can get up from that position, you don't get stuck. Big stretch for the tops of the feet and the fronts of the thighs. There's definitely no pressure to lean back if that doesn't feel comfortable. Inhaling from whatever option you chose, coming up and out. And walk our hands forward and shake out the legs a little bit. Give them a wiggle. Tuck the toes under. Opposite stretch for the toes now. Sending your hips back, pressing through the hands to send your hips back towards the heels to stretch through the backs, the fronts of the toes and the arches of the feet. If you notice that you're rocking out towards the pinky toes, try to spread the toes, send your weight towards those big toes. That's the part of the foot that we most want to stretch here. Three more breaths. Gently release the hips forward, wiggle the toes, and we'll come all the way to the belly. To start with, just stacking the hands and resting your forehead on your stacked hands. Bend the knees and windshield wiper them from side to side, releasing any tension that might have come into the lower back. Relaxing the legs down. We're going to use our upper back strength to draw the shoulders back and open the chest. I'm going to take a few different arm positions here. So I'm going to start in an airplane shape, reaching the arms out to the side. It doesn't have to be a big back bend, depending on how strong you're feeling in your back right now. But you do want to make sure that the shoulders are away from the ears and you're really using those muscles right underneath your shoulder blades to hold you up. 2 more breaths. Release everything down. Relax the back of the neck. Sliding the arms in front of you. Think Superman style. Again, we're going to draw the shoulder blades down and back, open the chest. And then we float the hands. Quite a bit more difficult, probably, the Superman arms. Trying to keep the feet on the ground. Press through the pelvis into the floor. And release everything down, even dropping the forehead to the lengthen through the back of the neck. And sweeping the arms around to the side of the body. The tops of my hands or the backs of my hands are on the floor. Deep breath in as we lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the shoulder blades back, press into the pelvis. And this time we're going to start with the pinkies reaching up and back, and then the pinky toes reaching up and back. Salambhasana, the locust pose. 3 breaths here. Kind of balancing on the front of the pelvis. Long neck, slide the shoulders down and back. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, relax the feet, and press back into extended child's pose. Take the knees wide if you like. Whatever feels most comfortable and relaxing in your child's pose. Hips may or may not touch the heels, that's fine. Forehead can come to the floor, or you can stack your hands and rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Pressing into the palms of the hands, lifting the armpits up. Slide the right hand underneath the left armpit, drop the shoulder. Coming into a twist, thread the needle here. Smooth, even breaths in and out through the nose. And unwind. Pressing through the right hand, threading the left arm underneath the right armpit, dropping shoulder and head to the floor. Unwind. A little stretch through the spine and then walk ourselves back up to sit on the heels, coming into that thunderbolt pose. Big toes come to touch, knees are close together. Hands can rest on the thighs. Let's bring the shoulders up, back, and down. 2 more times up, back, and down. And the last time up, back, and down. Making a little half circle with the head just towards the front of the body. So we're not leaning the chin back, but just ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Rocking the head from side to side, gently. Releasing to the center. You can stay in Thunderbolt or you can come into a cross-legged seat. You can use a cushion to elevate the hips if you want. Whichever variation that you like the best. So your favorite seated pose. Lengthening the crown of the head away from the tail. Relaxing through the shoulders. And bring one hand to the chest and one to the belly. And we start by just observing the natural breath, whatever is present here. Noticing how the air is cool when it enters the nostrils and warm when it exits the body. Resting both hands on the abdomen. We'll do 10 rounds of deep abdominal breathing. So what you want to feel is that your breath is so smooth and quiet that you can't even hear it. In and out through the nose, and you're not moving the shoulders or the chest at all. Your breath is going directly into the abdomen using your diaphragm. Belly button expands as much as possible without undue effort or stress. And then exhaling smoothly and slowly, and the navel goes as far back towards the spine as it can. So deep, full breaths just into the belly with the hands resting on the abdomen. 10 breaths like this on your own breath. Keeping the jaw relaxed. Releasing the hands, releasing the belly breathing. Index fingers touch the thumbs and observe your natural breath. Any changes that might have occurred in the natural breath, and maybe a little softer, a little slower, a little bit more freedom of the diaphragm to move. And sometimes we cannot sense those things, and that's fine too. There's nothing wrong. Taking a scan through the physical body, perhaps shifting the hips from side to side, noticing sensations in the physical body that may or may not have changed over the course of your practice, checking in with sensations in the lower back, maybe moving the rib cage a little from side to side, noticing sensations there or in the shoulder blades, shoulders and neck, arms and hands. Awareness also of the muscles of the face and jaw. Awareness of the state of the physical body. Awareness of the current state of your breath. And awareness of the state of your thoughts. Palms come together in front of the heart. And as we bow forward, thumbs lightly touch the eyebrow center. Hariom Tat Sat, and thank you for practicing.